Welcome to Mad Props. This is the birthday episode. It is the episode dropping on my birthday, June 4th of this year. I'm turning 32. We're going to talk a little bit about that and a couple more other things. I'm going to get right into it. This is going to be the shortest intro we've ever had. We're going to go right to the ads. Hannah's going to tell you about Audible in a second, and then we're just going to get right into it. So stay right here. Hannah, tell us about Audible, and let's get into those credits.
You know it pairs perfectly with long commutes, boring chores, or pretending you're being productive at the gym? A good story. That's where Audible comes in. Whether you're into true crime, epic fantasy, self-help, or celebrity memoirs read by the celebrities themselves. Yes, even that one. Audible has it all. And here's the kicker. You can try it for free for 30 days. Just head to audibletrial.com/madpropspod to start your free trial. That's right, audibletrial.com/madpropspod. Because books are cool, but listening to them while pretending to be busy, even cooler. Again, that's audibletrial.com/madpropspod.
Let's be honest, folks. If your pets can talk, they definitely tell you your cleaning game needs some work. That's where Neakasa can come in. Whether it's your pet hair taking over your couch or that mysterious mess they decide to leave you right after you clean. Neakasa's grooming vacuums and smart home cleaning tools are built to handle the chaos, so you don't have to yourself. Seriously, it's like giving your home a personal assistant that doesn't eat all your snacks, although they do deserve the snacks. They deserve the snacks. Cheese tax is real. Check out Neakasa.com to upgrade your cleaning game and maybe even impress your pets for once. Too many tongue twisters in there. Your floors, your furniture, and your fur babies will thank you. That's Neakasa.com. Head there and use code MadPropsPod for a special discount from Mad Props to you and your pets. That again is Neakasa.com and use code MadPropsPod. This podcast is also brought to you by Schnabel Studios. If you're looking for a video, podcast, or any other needs that are technical like that, go to schnabelstudios.com and check it out. Whether it's a video for your music video, a video for your live sports event, or anything else, Schnabel Studios can get you covered. Head to schnabelstudios.com and check that out. You can also check out this podcast and other podcasts brought to you by Schnabel Studios as well. That again is schnabelstudios.com. You can also find Schnabel Studios at Schnabel Studios on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. You can find this podcast, Mad Props, at MadPropsPod, wherever you get your social media, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, X/Twitter, TikTok. You can also find Schnabel Studios on LinkedIn for any business needs that you are looking for in that realm there. Let's just go to the credits so we can get to this podcast. Roll the credits. This is Mad Props. All right, we are here with the birthday episode. I have a very special guest with me. We have talked about her a little bit on the podcast. She's been wanting to join for 100 episodes, so
Yes.
101. She's
Well, I
finally
did.
here.
I did join for one episode.
You joined Sketching Up for one episode.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
different podcast.
I needed a redo anyway. That was not a
Yes.
very good episode for me.
That was the Barbie episode.
Yeah.
You talked about the movie Barbie, which
Yes.
we were in Connecticut at the time.
Yes.
So we are here with Mary Huddy,
Woohoo.
My
Hi, guys.
girlfriend.
Yes.
who's here to celebrate my 32nd birthday.
32.
32.
And Chris, I have a
yes.
very special surprise for you, which isn't so much of a surprise because we went to the store together to get it. But happy birthday to you. Oh, shoot. Just burnt myself with that.
Oh, yeah. Don't
I'm
do
attempting
that.
to light
You
this.
also need to make it to 32.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chris. Happy birthday to you.
The 3 is falling. We don't want it to fall. I do know how hard it was to find a 3.
Yeah, it was.
There
We
it
went through
is.
the whole store to find a 3, so don't lose it. Woo!
Woo!
32.
32.
Best year yet.
Best year yet. And then you got to obviously
Yes.
look the frosting. I
That's the
burnt
best
myself,
part.
Too.
That's the best part.
I was burnt myself on both of them.
And it's your birthday, so you got to do it. Here's a fork
I get
for
the
you.
first one?
Yes,
I
of
get
course.
the first bite? All right.
Of course.
This
We
is,
got
this
an-
is compelling audio, by the way.
Yeah. ASMR.
You did sing, so that's good. You could have just
Yes.
handed it to me and we could have just continued on.
I didn't know. It wasn't
But-
specified what I was supposed to do when I gave it to you. You were just like, here you go. We did get an Oreo sheet cake and super delicious. Super excited to eat it.
How do you know you didn't take a bite yet?
I just knew.
It's pretty good.
That frosting is so light.
It's pretty good. We're not going to say where we got it from because they don't sponsor us. So they don't
No free ads.
No free ads. No free ads. But no, people that do get ads, audibletrial.com/MadPropsPod.
Yes. Also, we're willing to take any other ads. Anybody who wants to give us their business,
Yeah,
sure, we'll
put you on.
We'll put you on.
You gotta pony up first.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you were a great guest to have on because you've celebrated a couple birthdays with me now, and most of them are at Comic-Cons, which we went to recently.
Yes.
We saw the Back to the Future panel, which is Back to the Future is one of my favorite movies. People that are come to this podcast a lot already know that. They also already know how we went to see the Back to the Future, the musical.
Oh, so they know about the musical.
They know about the musical.
And they know about our
Mary
experience.
came with me to see it. So
I did.
she was at that. So they know about the experience. Became a whole social media clip and everything. People disagreed with me online. Which
Did
is
they
fine.
really?
Yeah.
What were they
couple people.
saying?
Well, there were some people that agreed. They were like, yeah,
Right.
I get it. Because what I basically said was, if you've never seen the movie, you probably really like this. And if you have seen the movie, it probably wasn't your favorite.
100%.
And I got some people that agreed with that, some people that disagreed with that.
Okay, but
So-
I agree that no matter what it is, if you have read a book, watched a movie, even if it was a musical, whatever you fell in love with first, that's what you love. They change it to a different medium, it's not the same. This happened to me with Mean Girls. Mean Girls. I grew up on Mean Girls, love it, have watched that movie 100 times. They came out with the musical. I didn't love it.
But I don't think it's always true that you're just going to fall in love with the first iteration of how you discover something. I discovered
No.
Spider-Man through comics, but I love the movies and the video games. I think the Spider-Man video game is my favorite medium of Spider-Man ever. The PlayStation games.
I feel like that's a little different because Spider-Man is so versatile. There's so much you can do with Spider-Man.
Well, they
Like,
thought Back to the Future was too.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
But
also
they
had a
didn't
failed
change
TV
it.
show.
Spider-Man changes it. They change the storyline sometimes.
No, they changed Back to the Future.
Yeah, they did.
Gordy Wilson had a whole 20-minute solo
No,
about
that's
how
what I'm
he's becoming
saying.
mayor.
They didn't add anything to the storyline. They just created songs about what was already happening in the movie. So it was not very
The end
good.
of Act 1 did not happen in the movie at all, where they're chasing him around the locker room. Remember?
Honestly, I don't
blacked
remember
out
a
at that
lot of
point?
it,
Yeah, that
Yeah.
didn't
When you
happen.
said, "Hey, by the way, we're gonna leave when the curtain comes," I was like, "Okay, fine,
Thank
bye,
God.
bet."
I want another bite of that. Can you
Yeah,
pass that
obviously.
back over, please?
For those who don't know, we are huge sweets people. Too much so.
Yeah.
We're probably not great for each other.
No.
But this right here, this is like our love language.
Sweets or this cake? We don't really eat cake.
No, but we eat
Cookies.
chocolate. We eat
Cookies,
cookies. Chris loves a chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your
This is the episode you learn about me.
yeah. That's your favorite dessert for sure. Like that's something you just
chocolate
like
chip
can't
cookie.
resist.
Yeah.
What do you think I can't resist?
What can't you resist? In sweets? I don't
Yeah.
think there's something you specifically can't resist. I think you can turn down.
I know what it is.
What is it?
A donut.
I guess. We don't really go around donuts
Yeah,
that
I
often.
know. That's on
When
purpose.
you get donuts, you get them on your own.
I have to eat them in private because nobody else wants to go get donuts with me.
I was gonna say, like, usually when we have sweets, I'm very hard to contain myself. I'm doing better at it right now.
Yeah.
But usually you could be like, yeah, I don't want that anymore.
Yeah,
So I'm like,
you're right.
I don't know what would be, I guess donuts.
I love a good donut.
I
I
haven't
go
had a
crazy
donut
for a
since-
donut.
I used to get donuts every time I went to an away game.
What
Or any
happened?
game. I don't know. I stopped going to games with DC. They
There you
started
go.
sending me other places, like
When-
Birmingham.
When I was working in the office, they'd bring in donuts every Friday, and that was challenging for me because I obviously ate one, if not two, if not three, packaged them up. Chris wants some when I get home. Ate them on the way home. There's 4.
I was gonna
or
say
donuts.
I've never had donuts that came from your.
No, no, they never made it home.
I never once had a donut that came from your office. I can turn down a donut. I don't really.
Yeah,
don't really
you can
care
turn
for
down
'em.
a lot of things,
Yeah.
but a chocolate chip cookie,
Chocolate chip cookies, no.
no way, never happening.
Yeah. Other than that, I can turn down a good amount of things if I really wanted to.
Yeah, you have a lot of self-control and a lot of
It's just not
discipline.
with cookies.
No, but pretty much everything else in your life, you have great self-control.
Yeah.
I admire that about you.
I've learned that when I lost 250 pounds.
Yeah.
I used to not. I used to eat terribly. That's how I got to 450 pounds, and now I am not. And so
Look at you now.
look at me now. Although I do need to go back down a little bit.
Oh,
but
whatever.
It's all good.
I think you look perfect just the way you are.
All of this said, you went to me to the Back to
Yeah.
the Future panel.
I was like, how did we get here?
We were talking about Back to the Future the musical. And we went to the Back to the Future panel where we sat in like the 4th row.
It was
thanks to this one.
amazing. It was amazing. Well, first of all, I just got to say that I really feel like I shined in that moment because you're in New York has rubbed off on me. And now I'm a little bit, more, yes, this is what's happening. I'm making my way around. I have control. We walk up there, and the first few rows were reserved for gold members.
I will say this was a team effort, and I'll explain why in a second. But go
Okay,
ahead.
of course. It was a team effort.
Well, yours was you were the closer. I'll tell you how it was. I'll tell you how it was.
I
go
always
ahead.
am.
Go. Finish the story first.
It's just this like face,
Yeah.
and this cute personality, the smile. No one can deny it. Okay, so we walk up
Especially
there.
not that old lady that was telling us where to go.
Yeah, true. So Chris went all out and he bought the silver package.
That's where I was the starter. I bought the silver
you're the starter
package.
because you're like, we are getting into this, and we knew it was going to be full. This panel.
And man, was I right.
What? Crazy.
It's crazy.
Every other panel had like 6 rows of people, and there were like 100 rows. By
There were
the
people
way,
that didn't get in
this auditorium. Yes, people were standing outside of the room
Yeah.
listening to the panel. It was incredible. So we walk all the way up, like 4 rows back. The lady goes, "Oh, this is for gold members," and I was like, And she goes, "Oh, you're a gold member? Great, Chris." And we just walked
sat
right in.
4th row from the stage.
You just gotta have confidence.
You really
just gotta
do.
walk in like you know what you're
They're all
doing.
volunteers. At the end of the day, they're not gonna.
People believe what you will tell them,
Yeah.
and that's the truth. Anyway,
Smartest people are the most confident people. They're usually not the
obviously.
smartest people.
yeah, true.
They're just the most confident people.
True. What are you saying?
Continue.
Okay, so it was incredible. It was amazing. But it was like, it was a little bittersweet because it was 40 years and everyone has changed so much.
Yeah.
And obviously the cast is older now, and
Michael J. Fox has pretty
pretty
heavily
severe,
onset Parkinson's.
Parkinson's. I mean, I think what was hard about that was his brain is still completely there, completely functioning. I mean, what he had to say was so good and so fascinating, and he was so eager to be a part of the conversation. So it was a little sad to see him like that. But overall, amazing.
It was awesome.
It was so cool.
It was really good. They were really good. Christopher Lloyd, 86 years old, definitely acted like an 86-year-old.
Are we going to talk about how cute he was? Okay,
He's
well,
great.
we should probably start back at the photo op.
Yeah, so I could take over from there. So I wanted to do this. I'll start all the way back. I
Okay.
wanted to do this for my birthday.
Yes.
Since I found out this was going to be the 40-year reunion for Back to the Future, which it's the only one apparently. So I wanted to do this since I found out. Then I was supposed to travel to DC on a Friday, and I was like, perfect. It's going to be on a Saturday because most of the time on these 3-day events, that's the big one. So it's going to be on a Saturday. I said, this is perfect. I can go to DC on Friday. We fly back that night, wake up, we go the next day.
Right.
Okay. So then I get told, 2 weeks before that I'm no longer going to DC. I'm now going to Memphis for that game. And I was so bummed. I'm like, this.
Oh, you were
not only do I
heartbroken.
not want to go to Memphis, also I am missing the Back to the Future 40-year anniversary panel. Who knows how many more there's going to be? We were just telling you when they're getting older and everything like that. So who knows how many more there's going to be?
Well, only 0 more 40.
Well, yeah,
Year
but you know what I mean, like reunions, like how many?
Yes.
We gotta get to 45, and that by 45, Christopher Lloyd's 91.
Yeah.
Like he's getting up there. So I'm like, damn, that sucks. Then I'm scrolling on Instagram, a week and a half before the event, and I see that it's actually on the Friday, which means me getting moved off the DC game actually worked out in my favor.
Yes.
So we get the tickets and everything. I buy the silver package for it. So there's, unlike the rest of them, like what was it, Rob Schneider and the Adult Swim one and all those. You don't need to buy any packages. It comes with your ticket. You go in. This one also comes with your ticket, but you could buy a gold or a silver package to get in earlier. So you get in 45 minutes earlier or 35 minutes earlier. So I bought the silver package, which worked out fine. We sat 4 rows from the stage.
Well, we stole the gold package.
Yeah, basically. The gold package was like 2 times as much as the silver package per person. It was
And you didn't
crazy.
even
It was
need
like
it.
$150 per person.
You just needed me.
Yeah, exactly. And a silver package. We still needed the silver
And
package.
it's true.
We
If
still
you had
needed
not
that.
gotten the silver package,
We wouldn't have gotten in.
No way.
We wouldn't have gotten in. I don't think anyone left in that gym, in the auditorium, was general admission.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So-
And the line was so
was crazy.
long. Yeah.
I was so bummed because we were sitting there for like an hour and then we went to go do something.
I know.
And came back, and the line was huge. I'm like, oh my God, we missed that on our spot. But it worked out fine.
I have to tell the listener about that and
Go
my
ahead.
guilt in that moment.
Listener,
Okay.
just the one.
Just the one listener that decided to chime in today. Okay, so we're sitting there. They're telling. Oh, they also told us we're not even going to start lining up until 5:30.
Because there was the Schneider panel, and then there was a whole other panel.
I know.
On top of that,
I know.
Before we got in, so
I
we're
know.
there. We're there like 3.5 hours before they're even going to line. Not even before the panel starts. Before they're supposed to line up.
Right.
So go ahead.
Okay. So we're standing there, and they hadn't even told us where to line up, where the line was going to be. Nothing. Okay. They said, "Don't talk to me. Come back at 5:30, and then we'll have something to say to you." So what did we need to do? I don't know. I think I wanted something. I
took us to sit down in the spot where I figured the line was going to be.
And I was like, well, I kind of want a soda. And you were like, okay, well, I'll walk with you. I'll go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And so we did. We did that. And then,
by the way, not even 5 minutes.
No, we were gone for nothing.
Like 30
because the
seconds.
soda machine wasn't working.
Yeah.
And you were done with the bathroom. I was like, all right, let's just go back. Actually, I think you were like, let's go back. And I was like, okay. And we get there, y'all. The line.
A line appeared.
It was
there was no line
long.
when we left. Yeah.
We were way past where we were standing.
Yeah.
And immediately I was like, oh my gosh, I had one job here.
It was the only thing we were here to do.
The only thing we're here to do is to see this panel and to make sure we have a great seat.
I think that's why you bullied your way to the front at the end of the day.
Probably. I felt bad.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, these people, they start coming through, they start checking tickets. And I said, oh, Chris, all these people are sitting here. No one's supposed to be here. And just like that, boom. We were back to actually further ahead of where we had started originally.
Well, we were the first people sitting there, so we would have been
true.
first
So we
in
would have
line.
been first. Okay, so we weren't there, but we were still pretty far ahead. We were looking good.
We were probably 14, 13 people back.
I just felt
overall.
so relieved because I was like, I literally I can't handle this.
This is the only thing we were here to do.
I can't ruin your birthday.
And we went to go get a soda. Now it's
Which
over.
we didn't even get.
We didn't even get. Now it's over.
Yes.
But the panel was awesome.
Okay, the panel was fantastic.
It was Christopher Lloyd, Michael J. Fox, and Tom Wilson, I think. The guy that plays Biff. And the guy that plays Biff was there because, the guy that plays Biff was definitely in that panel because the other two wouldn't, with just those two and the host, nothing would have been gotten done.
I thought about that pretty much the entire time.
Yeah.
I was like, he is here to keep the conversation
And he did
moving.
great. He was awesome.
Great.
He still looks like Biff.
Seriously.
Like, just a little bigger, but he looks like Biff.
Also, he is so kind.
Yeah,
and I loved his energy.
He's awesome.
Yeah, and he was like just really nostalgic, talking about the film and how it changed his life. And I love doing these panels. I love getting to know the people on the other side of the screen and hearing their experience. And it always means a lot when something that you love so much, the people that created it love it as much as you do. And even all this time later, it has just had such an impact, and it was very, very cool.
It was good that he was on there because, like, we got the cool stories from Christopher Lloyd and Michael J. Fox, especially had like his stories were really cool, talking about how he's doing Family Ties movie, and like then he does Back to the Future, has to go back to do the movie, like all this stuff, really sick. But Wilson was there, like, I don't know if that's his name. I'm just gonna call him Biff because I don't remember.
Biff.
I
He
think
was
his
a
name
Biff,
was
and
Tom
he kept
Wilson.
calling himself Biff.
Yeah, I think his name was Tom Wilson, but could be wrong.
His name was Tom.
Okay. I don't remember. I don't want to keep getting his name wrong. So I'm just going to call him Biff.
All right, Biff.
All right, Biff. The guy that played Biff. He was not only nostalgic, but like clearly this was his biggest moment and he knows it, which was awesome because he was so fond on it. Where not Christopher Lloyd and Michael J. Fox, not they weren't fond on it, but they've done a lot in their careers.
So
you know,
true.
Like, they've had big roles their entire life. So like there's different things they could look back on.
They were excited to
it's
be
probably
there.
both of their biggest movies.
Maybe.
Michael J. Fox? I would think so.
I don't know.
Christopher Lloyd has to be his biggest movie. He was in a couple other ones, but like that was his. I don't think he had a starring role in a movie like Back to the Future. Like because he was in what did he say? The Cuckoo Clock movie with Danny DeVito.
No, The Cuckoo's Nest.
Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yes,
with Danny
that was
DeVito.
his favorite. That's what he told us.
That was his first one. That's what he said. It was his first movie.
He said it was his favorite.
Yes, because it was his first movie.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And then he was in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. He was the villain in that. So like he's had movies that were successful, but I don't think he had a main starring role in a movie like Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Michael J. Fox, I'm not sure. He was
I
in Family
mean,
Ties. He was in Back to the Future. He was in Teen Wolf.
it's for sure the thing that he's best known for.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be both of them. Anyway, but the guy
They're
who
just
played
so
Biff,
used to
that
getting
was
that
it.
attention.
Yeah, he hadn't have anything else. I don't
Right.
I don't even know if he had anything else after it. I don't know him from anything else
He
after
had
it.
signing autographs.
Signing autographs.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he was awesome, but I thought the best part of it is when the host asked like when you got the script to read.
Yes.
And Michael J. Fox was like, well, he was like, I didn't get the script, and then went to somebody else. And 6 weeks in the shooting, like I came back and like I read it and I really loved it. And Christopher Lloyd's like, I read it, I threw it in the trash, and then, like I got it back. And the guy who plays Biff's like, well, I didn't read the script.
They didn't
They didn't
me
give
the
me a
script.
script. I had to audition.
They
for
gave
my
me a
role.
line
Yeah,
to learn.
to learn in audition. Because I wasn't Michael J. Fox or Christopher
How
Lloyd. It was
crazy
so funny.
was that he was matched up with
Crispin Glover. Yeah.
insane in the audition process.
Yeah. Who was the only person? No. What's her name wasn't there either. The
mom,
was
the
it-
childhood mom.
Yeah, the childhood mom wasn't there. Leah something. But she was there. She was there on Saturday.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, she just
Something
wasn't there
happened.
Friday.
Mhm.
Delayed flight or something because she was there on her birthday, which was Saturday.
Oh.
Anyway, but everyone else was there. That was another cool moment when they brought every single cast member that was there, which there was like a lot of them were there.
Yeah.
Even the guy that plays Chuck Berry's cousin was there.
Yeah,
like,
there were
with the
probably 8 of
ripped
them up
hand.
there.
No, there was more than 8.
You think so?
Yeah. I would say there was 13.
Oh, my math is off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's off. Because
Okay.
I think there's like 13.
There were 13 up there.
There might
There
have
were a
been more.
lot. There were a lot.
I
And it
still
was
don't know
cool.
who the one guy was though.
Well,
the wheelchair guy.
the whole corner. Oh, I think he was. I think he was in the production or director or something
I
like
don't know.
that.
Well, he wasn't
I think
the
he was
director.
behind the scenes.
He
Well, I
wasn't
think
a
he was behind the
director.
scenes, maybe a
The
producer.
director is Zekas, Robert Zekas.
I don't know.
Remember. I sound like I don't know the movie at all. I
No,
don't know
yeah,
anybody's
it's your favorite
names
movie.
or-
What?
Yeah.
Well, okay, the whole back corner of the convention center where they do their autographs was
All
completely
Back to
taken
the
off by
Future.
back. Yes.
Yeah.
How great was that?
It's really cool.
Okay, so not only did we get to go to the panel, but we got to meet Christopher Lloyd and Michael J. Fox.
Yes.
Which we've done
Briefly.
this before.
Yes, we did with Marissa Tomei, which if you're a listener of the podcast, you already know about because I talked about it last year.
It was iconic.
Alan Tudyk.
Also iconic.
I will say meeting people last year was better.
It was. Well,
Like,
it
I
was
met
just
Rob
so fast.
Paulson. That last year you met who was it?
Hayden Panettiere.
Hayden Panettiere.
Oh, I did say hi to Lucas Gabriel this year.
You
And
did.
all those
And
High
I
School
got it
Musical
on
fans
my-
out there.
I got it on my.
I didn't
what's it
do the
called?
High School Musical. Hey,
Which he was doing with a lot of people.
was he?
Yeah, but
No,
they
he
probably all
wasn't.
paid.
Was
Yeah, he was.
really?
Yeah, they had it on their page.
Aw, that's
But
cute.
they probably all paid to do
Oh
it.
my God, honestly, I kind of feel bad for him because
His selfie was $80.
Nobody was going up to his table, man.
Well, his selfie was $80.
Yeah, Rob Schneider's wasn't even that expensive.
$60.
Which, by the way, didn't even know about Rob Schneider, and
Yeah.
it killed a part of me.
Well, we're not going to talk too much about it because that kind of stuff gets this demonetized a lot on YouTube. But yeah, I thought that
Never
was
mind.
common knowledge.
Hop over
but-
to my podcast and we'll
Yeah.
chat about it there.
Yeah, you could go do that on your YouTube.
Moving on.
YouTube doesn't like to do that. No, but Rob Schneider, I didn't know. I told you, I thought that was like most people knew about how Rob Schneider is.
Okay, but
the
I'm
best
not most
person.
people for most things, and you know
But
that.
you know pop culture pretty well.
I do. I'm actually
So-
very well read on pop culture.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised.
Didn't know that one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He definitely thinks he's bigger than his britches. But
yeah, but
name dropping
his
constantly.
he is. But his daughter is Elle King, and I love Elle King.
I don't know who El King is.
She's like a
singer.
country pop. Yeah, super great. Very cool.
And apparently, the girl in front of us said that she hates him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The girl in front of us was getting off about it. That is another thing
Strange.
about these conventions, okay? You go to them and you just make all these friends. Everybody wants to be friends with each other.
It's an introvert's dream, to be honest.
It is an introvert's dream.
They pop off like they've
Oh,
never
my
popped off
gosh.
before.
Everywhere. Everyone's turning, complimenting each other, talking about their outfits, just striking up a conversation with a random person, which is great, unless you're like me and you're ready to just kind of like now be a little bit more introverted, and then the person next to you won't stop talking. That happens a lot in the lines to meet people.
Well, the thing is, and I notice this anytime I go to these, the people that if you see them outside anywhere would like squirm up, we'll say,
Yes.
are just like they have so much confidence. There's so much confidence at
That's
these
so
things.
beautiful. I love that
Too
they
much
have that space.
sometimes.
No
Yes.
such thing as too much
Yes, there
confidence.
is.
Absolutely not.
There is.
There isn't.
There is.
Isn't.
There is at these. You can get yourself into trouble with too much confidence when you don't ever have it.
Never heard it. Never heard of it.
If you're somebody that usually doesn't have confidence and then you're overconfident, I feel like you sometimes don't know how to act when you're
True.
overconfident. So you'll do things like move people out of the way, bump into people, say something to somebody that maybe isn't something you should be said. And then you say it to somebody that has the confidence usually or will go back. Because the
I
thing
think you're
is,
confusing confidence with not knowing social norms and cues.
No,
those are not the same thing.
you know how close confidence and cockiness is? If you're not confident most of the time, you probably don't know that boundary. So
Sure.
you might go to the other side. I've been to a lot more of these things than you trust me.
True,
And
true.
I am somebody that it will go back at you if you do something like that.
Oh,
I've
we
had it a
already knew
lot.
that.
But the thing is at these things, you have people that will be overconfident. And if you're overconfident, somebody else that's not confident, they're just going to kind of back off. So I've gotten into confrontations at these things because people just
Chris, you
little
get
too
into
big for their
confrontations
britches.
no matter where you go if you let it.
we
Especially in
we
Texas.
almost got into one.
Well,
yeah, Texas,
you being
Texas
in
is-
Texas has been
I
a
will
little bit
say-
of a culture shock for you.
Texas, I've gotten into more than anywhere we've ever lived.
That's because it's Texas.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, who are listening in and have never been to Texas, it is politeness city,
It
okay?
is.
You are being kind, you're being
Compliment-
considerate.
backhanded compliments.
Oh, backhanded compliments, but also
crazy.
just compliments, you know?
Yeah.
Really going out of your way. Chris is not like that. Chris is from New York. Chris is an individualist, and he does what he needs to do to get to where he needs to get. And when he
I don't got time for stupid.
he ain't got no time for that. And when he ain't got no
I don't
time
got
for that,
for stupid.
the people in I ain't got no time for stupid. The people in Texas look at him like, you're deranged.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I've gotten that. Well, right before we got there, we went to the mall. I got new shoes. We went to the
New
mall.
shoes
and we're
from
pulling-
Lululemon.
We're pulling
Plug.
into the no plugs. They don't pay me.
I'm saying come sponsor us.
Okay,
Lulu.
come sponsor us. We're pulling into the mall, and we're in the parking garage, and the person in the first row is leaving,
That's my spot.
and that's our spot. We're the first one
That's
in
my
line,
spot.
so that's our spot. And we're trying to back up, and the parking attendant comes up and says, "You have to go forward." And I'm
Yeah,
like, I'm not,
that was ridiculous.
I turned to him, I'm like, "We're not going anywhere. We're first in line. That's our spot." He's like, "You have to go forward."
I was the one who put my foot down, which I think is important because
Okay.
you've rubbed off on me. That's what that means.
I think we both put our foot down.
That's
'cause
absolutely true.
I was definitely going at him harder
Absolutely
at the
true.
end than you were, and then you just
I
pulled
did.
off
My
anyway.
My
gave in.
Texas overcame me.
And we went 4 levels up.
And we went 4 levels up and parked in
Instead
a
of the
very
first
remote.
spot.
Yes.
We went 4 levels up.
I couldn't hang. I did hang in there for a long time
did.
though. But
Longer
Texas
than you
is so
usually do.
crazy that the lady who was pulling out of the spot got out of her car to tell us, you have to move.
And I was about to tell her, tell that person to move
Uh-huh.
behind us. There was one car behind us. They could back up.
And then they got the other attendant involved. He
I
was
would-
like yelling at the
I
other
don't care.
attendant. Then that's when
I
I
would have
gave
stood
up.
my ground so much.
I couldn't.
It's our spot.
In Texas, you're supposed to say,
Also, that lady
I'm
can't
sorry,
freaking
honey.
drive. She could have just backed out.
don't
pulled
even get me started
straight,
on that shit.
And then went up
because she kept trying to back out into us.
into us.
And said, I can't get out. I said, yeah, because you're backing
Because
up
you're backing
into us.
into us.
Turn your wheel and just back up
You don't know how to
straight.
drive. So they don't. She doesn't
Well,
know
they
how to
don't-
drive.
well, we know
the guy
that,
behind
too.
us won't move, and the parking attendant's a moron. So
That
of
is
course
actually
we're
a
gonna go
big
back
thing
in.
about Texas is the driving here. I know people say that about every
Reckless.
place.
No, it's
Texas
reckless.
is insanely reckless,
I-
and no one's looking at their phone. I mean, everyone's looking at their phone.
There's
no one's looking
bad
at the wheel.
driving in everywhere you're gonna go,
True.
but there's differences. Texas is reckless. They don't seem to care. It's not
Or
that they
flying.
can't drive. They don't seem to care when they're driving. New York is aggressive.
Oh, so aggressive.
Massachusetts is extremely aggressive. I think Massachusetts is more aggressive than New York.
I won't drive in the Northeast.
Connecticut does not know how to drive.
Oh, it's painful.
bad.
It's
Like
painful.
they just don't know how to drive in Connecticut. Those are the differences. Like everywhere, no one knows how to drive anywhere.
Spokane
But
was
there's-
pretty good.
There's different things. Yeah, Spokane
Actually,
was good.
the whole Northwest was great.
Yeah,
We had great
Clear
driving
roads.
up there. Clear roads.
clear roads.
People are pretty casual, pretty chill.
But there is something about the PNW I didn't like, and that's that they don't plow their roads.
There's a lot of things about the PNW
Could
that I
not
don't
stand
like.
that.
The no sunshine.
Well, there was sunshine in the summers, but it was
That's
so
3
dry.
months.
It was so dry though, like you would toast. You would think it's like, oh, it's not that bad out, and it was like 100 and something degrees.
Yeah.
because you're
Well,
so
it was
high up.
dark 9 months out of the year.
Yeah,
That's tough. And
That is
we are
tough.
sunshine people.
yeah.
We have to be in the sunshine.
I enjoy the sunshine here, but it always leads to storms.
Yeah, you are a
Which
little
is storming
scaredy
out
cat
right
about
now.
storms.
It's not storms; it's tornadoes specifically.
Specifically, it's tornadoes.
Another thing, if you're listening to the show, people already know I don't like tornadoes. No one should like tornadoes. It's not; they're not
Y'all,
cool.
literally growing up here and being so used to tornado warnings, we will be dead asleep in the middle of the night, and Chris will be like, "Mary, there's a tornado warning. We need to get in the closet. Get the dogs. Get the pillows. We're getting in the closet." Me, absolutely not. I'm not getting out of bed. I'm not getting into the closet.
To be fair, on where we live, our heads are right up against the window.
Whatever. I'm not worried about it.
So
Chris
so when the
terrified.
metal rod goes through the window from the high winds, it goes
Damn.
right through your head.
Damn.
You'll care then.
From the highway, is that what you said?
High winds.
Oh, high winds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that concerns me more about being there.
That's fair. We are on the corner.
Yeah, we're on the corner and we're by a window. Either room you sleep in, you're by a window. Multiple
true.
bedrooms.
Which is something that I love about our
Bougie.
house. We are so bougie.
Multiple bedrooms.
Multiple
Well, the dogs
bedrooms.
need their own room.
They do. And we have full length windows, which I love.
Yeah.
The natural light.
But when you're sleeping and there's
Yeah.
70-mile-an-hour winds, it's not great.
They don't terrify me like they terrify you. But that's
Well,
okay.
I didn't grow up with them. I didn't grow up with warnings. I didn't grow up with any of that.
True.
They terrify me.
And you know what? You did grow up with snow and ice and all that. And that's why you were so good in the winter in Spokane.
Yeah,
You
in
could drive
Connecticut
anywhere.
and
And Connecticut.
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
Yeah, we've lived a lot of places.
Yeah, blast from the past. Honestly, in the last 2 years, how many states have we lived in? 5?
2 years.
Yeah.
You're talking about 2025.
Washington,
So
Connecticut.
it's 2023. Well, I lived in 3. You lived in 4.
Washington, Connecticut, Indianapolis, Texas. Yeah.
I didn't
4.
live in Washington in 2023. I was working in Hartford already.
Yes, you were.
So,
You moved in 2022.
but you moved after you graduated. So at this point right now, you're at 4. But
I'm at 4.
No, you're at 3. You
I'm
would
at
have
4.
graduated already. You would have graduated already.
I
At this
said
point.
2 years. Oh, yeah, I would
Yeah,
have.
you would have
Just
graduated
barely.
already. Yeah.
Wow, what a
Just
ride
barely.
we've been on the last 2 years. Not that anybody asked
2
about
plus years. you
our
could say right there.
chronology and where we've lived.
Well, you
but-
got to expect that in this episode.
Oh, yes. Well, we really could go through it, but we're not going to waste
No.
our time with that today.
No. We'll waste our time.
There's a lot
we'll
of
waste
things
our
we
own
could go
time
through.
in our own time. But we're not going to waste our own time now. We haven't
No.
talked at all about other birthdays.
Okay.
We only talked about how we went to a Comic-Con on this one, but we've been to 3 now.
This is kind of like our ritual now, which is
Yeah.
amazing because this is one of your favorite things to do. And it matches up so well with your birthday every year because it's
Every
in the
year.
summer. And this is our 3rd Comic-Con.
Technically, it's not. Technically, my birthday's in the spring.
Okay, well, technically,
June 21st.
nobody knows that June is the
Calendars do.
summer. Okay, well, the calendar is irrelevant, and everyone
Should be after
considers
Memorial
June.
Day is summer.
I think that's a good cutting off point.
Yeah.
Memorial Day. And I was thinking that today. I was like, is it summer? I don't know.
No, June 21st, I think, is summer.
So when does summer end? September?
September, I think.
That's fall already.
Yeah.
I mean, my birthday hits August 31st. Next day,
But I don't
fall.
think it goes by how we feel. I think it goes by the
No,
sun.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Rotation of the sun.
No, I'm
and
pretty
when
sure
it
it's how I
reaches
feel.
Its midpoint and all
Yeah,
that.
I know there's all that science stuff, but
It's science jerks.
no. Okay, so our first one was iconic because we both dressed up as Deadpool,
We did.
and
Took a lot of
actually,
photos with people.
we should put a picture of our costume from that year because you were Deadpool, I was Deadpool, and
You
then
can just go to my social media at Chris Schnabel and find it pretty quickly.
okay, we made our dog put on the dog pool.
One dog at the time.
I know Brady
we have
wasn't
2.
there yet. We need to do
Brady
an
wasn't
episode where
there.
we introduce the dogs. Maybe we go on a walk and talk or something.
Brady and Sadie. Sadie for sure has been on the podcast before. She's jumped on my lap. in the
I
middle of
love our
recording.
puppies. Do people
Brady,
ever
I'm not
comment?
sure. I don't even remember when it was. I know I've been interviewing somebody though, and Sadie just jumps up.
So cute.
They're free. They're allowed to come in on. whenever.
Obviously,
Yeah.
it's their house.
It's their house. It's
their
their
room.
podcast.
Their podcast.
I'm just
We're
the
just
fill-in
here.
host until they decide they want to come back.
I do love it when you're like my assistant Brady.
Yes, that's it. He is the assistant.
He is the
Yeah,
assistant.
he's the producer.
Okay,
He
so
took Hannah's job.
we made Sadie get this costume on, and there was only we went on some, random website.
That wasn't on my birthday.
I know,
That
Chris,
was
but
Halloween.
I know, but we had it.
Yes, you can keep going, but
Okay.
that was Halloween.
I know it was Halloween technically, but like it was for your birthday too, because we wore those costumes for your birthday as well. But we made Sadie squeeze into the tightest, smallest little Deadpool costume. She hated it. Well, also Sadie hates if you put anything on her head.
Yeah,
Anything on her head, she's out.
and it was very small.
Yeah. So that was amazing. And we went to the convention. Everybody wanted to take a picture with you.
So this first one was the Spokane one, which
It was.
It's like the flower or something. I don't remember what it
That was a really fun one. It was the thing about that one was it was really, really small.
Yes, but
Very.
friend of the show, Scott Koblish. That's where we
That
met.
was exciting. Scott Koblish did draw us.
Yes,
And
as
that was
Deadpool.
pretty dope. And then you got his contact and got him on the show.
Got him on the show.
So plug, go back and listen to Scott
Also,
Koblish's episode.
friend of the show, Tab Murphy was there. That's where we met Tab Murphy.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
that's right. We did.
Spokane native.
And we met the Yellow Power Ranger.
We did.
And
Not a friend of the show.
No. And I told her that the Pink Power Ranger was my favorite growing up.
And she said she hears that all the time.
She said, yeah, I'm used to that.
Yes.
But that was pretty cool.
Yeah. But that was the first one. I don't remember what it was called, though. It was something flower.
I don't know.
Something about a flower. So that was the first one we went to.
Okay.
We did not go to one the next year.
The next year was your 30th birthday.
And I'm going to say it. What I really wanted for my 30th birthday
I
was
know.
tickets to Comic-Con.
in New York City.
And it did not come through.
It was painful because there was a moment when we
Someone
really
missed
thought,
the date to buy them.
is that what happened?
Yes.
It wasn't my fault. Don't put this on me. Is that what happened?
That is what happened.
That's really painful. Well, I don't think you told me until it was too late. I do think that's true. I don't think we were looking into it literally until it was too late.
I don't know.
And then
just
I
know the
remember I
moment
put my name on
passed.
some sort of lottery or something, and I was like, "We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it."
And we
And then we
didn't
didn't
get
get
that
it, and it was just kind of an overall painful birthday, to be honest. The 30th birthday, you were having an existential life crisis about turning 30.
Yeah.
Everybody in
wanna
the
do it.
comments, please jump in and tell us why you love being in your 30s, because Chris is convinced that it's old, and
Well,
I'm
it doesn't
convinced
matter
that
now.
we're
I'm
young.
there.
I know you're
2 years
32, but you
deep.
still think you're old, but you're not.
Technically
You're
3
young.
years deep, right? I'm about to be 3 years deep.
I guess
About to be 3
technically
years
you're in your
deep. I'm
33rd. You're starting your 33rd year of life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh well.
chime in and tell Chris why he's young, hot thing. Ain't got to worry about it
Do that if you wish.
if you wish.
If you wish.
Okay. And so then we skipped a year.
Yeah.
And then we didn't get to go to New York City Comic Con, RIP.
So when did I turn?
Then we went last year. We had just moved to Dallas and we found that this fan expo was coming in.
No, we missed one.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
29, 30, 31.
28 was
28.
28 was Spokane. 29 was Terrificon in Connecticut. We dressed up as Deadpool again. You don't remember that one? We went to the one in Connecticut, dressed up as Deadpool.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did. We
What's
went to one in
Terrificon?
Connecticut. We went to one in Connecticut.
Where was it? Oh, was it teeny tiny?
It was in the convention center.
No, that was a Pokemon thing we went to.
No, he did that too.
Okay, I totally, like, obviously,
It's all good. We went to one called Terrificon.
I had
though.
childhood trauma, so I don't have good memory.
I'm pretty sure. Didn't we go to one in Connecticut?
I mean, you're asking me. I just said no, we didn't. We'll fact check it.
Yeah, we'll fact
And we'll
check
let
it.
you guys know.
I thought we went to one called Terrificon.
Okay, I don't remember that whatsoever, but I do remember last year we went and we did not dress up. But
I did. I was Mario.
Oh yeah, you were Mario. Oh my gosh. And you'd walk past people and you would be like, wahoo. So
Let's go.
good. Honest to God, you look like Mario too when you wear the costume.
I know, except for the beard. The beard's the
I
only
think
thing.
it's
If I had a
cute.
mustache,
I think it's-
I would look
I
very
think it's cute.
Then I took a picture with a random Luigi.
Yeah,
just a
you
random
did.
guy
It's
dressed as
I'm telling you, that
Luigi.
is the thing with these cons.
Yeah.
Is you're like, my brother, Mario. And it's like, my brother,
what accent is
Luigi. That was supposed to be, I don't know, a Mario accent. It's not, I'm Princess Peach. Wait, no, what is it that she always says? In,
Go ahead.
never mind.
Okay.
Mario Party. Anyway.
And another episode I had on here is one that I went to. I went to Collecticon and met Charles Martinet. The voice
I
of
remember that.
Mario.
I do remember that.
Been trying for years to get him on the show.
That was actually a really cool.
Years.
That was a really cool.
Yeah, I said the whole
interaction.
story, but I could say it quickly again. I had this old Mario phone. My dad got me at a flea market, and I brought it because I told him I told somebody that I had it. So I brought it in, and he's never seen it before. And he told me this story about when they did the Mario movie, they made these phones, and he was supposed to get one, and they never sent it to him. He said probably because there wasn't a lot in commission or anything. And I said, I will trade this for a photo, autograph, all that stuff. So I have a comic book autographed by him. I have a bunch of photos with him and all this other
he was
stuff.
like, you get the whole package.
Yes. His
You give
agent
this
was
to
not
me.
happy about it.
No,
His
but-
agent was like, no, you're supposed to get money from this. I'm like,
Hello, I'm supposed to get commission from this. What am I
Yeah,
going to do with
that's
this
exactly what-
2-bit toy from the 80s?
this plug-in phone when the
I
plugs
can't do
don't
shit
even
with
exist
this.
anymore.
Go see the cash.
I wish. So he told
But
me.
you made a friend for life.
well,
with that
I
moment.
wish. He
Yeah.
won't come on the podcast.
He'll come back around.
Yeah, we'll see.
Charles,
We'll
we're talking
see.
to you.
He's at every Collecticon. Just
Oh,
take-
yeah,
take a
yeah.
couple
It will come
minutes.
back around.
Take a couple minutes. Anyway, but he did tell me when I gave him that, he has this room that's just filled with old Mario products that like you can't find anywhere else. And I was like, man, I would pay anything to go
Oh,
see
you're
that.
like, give me on the tour. Give
That
me the
room
tour.
would be amazing. It's
just give me
one room.
15 minutes in the room.
That would be amazing. Just seeing all
Wow.
the stuff from all the way back from when Mario first started in the 80s. Like all the product that he has.
Iconic.
Be crazy. But he's no longer Mario's voice, so someone else is Mario's voice now.
No. He's the original, though.
He's the original. Still want him on. I'm going to email them again. If you're listening, Charles's
coming.
agent, I'm going to email you
the one
again.
who's pissed off at me.
The one that says no every year, you're going to get another email. It's coming.
Is this about the phone? Is that why they're not letting him on?
No, they said no for years. I've been trying to get him on a radio show or podcast since I was in Connecticut on the radio.
We'll get
which
him
is
on.
2012.
He just hasn't met me yet. Remember, I'm the closer. pretty face.
2012. It's
That's-
2025.
That's-
I've been trying
Actually,
for
maybe
over
never.
10
Maybe never
years.
mind.
He's never
That
coming
might
on.
not be happening.
But I will be contacting him every single year.
We're coming back.
I want him on.
Okay, so you did dress up as Mario for the first day, but then we
Yes.
did not dress up the second day
'Cause we
because
had to go get the
we had a
photos.
big day of meeting people,
Yes.
including Marissa Tomei, and it was amazing.
And then I went back the next day and met Alan.
And we met Susan Sarandon.
We did meet Susan.
And then
Sarandon.
I went to her panel, and her panel was with, who does, not Bonnie and Clyde, but what is it? The two girls that
was
run
Bonnie
off?
and Clyde,
No.
wasn't it?
No.
No, it was.
Thelma
because
and Louise.
Thelma and
It was
Louise,
like,
right, you're right.
it was like the 50th anniversary of Thelma and Louise.
Yeah.
Gosh, what's her name?
I don't know. We're going to have to move on. 'cause
I'll
I don't
tell you
know.
that I don't know her from Thelma and Louise. I know her from Stuart Little. She was the mom in Stuart Little. That's what I know her from. Gina Davis.
Gina Davis.
Gina
there
Davis.
you
Okay,
go.
so I
She's
did go to their
also
panel,
in,
and it was iconic.
She was also in, what's it called? The female baseball movie,
A League of Their Own.
A League of Their Own.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was amazing.
Yeah.
Loved that.
And I
we
met
got.
Rob Paulson there. Who's
Yes,
the
you
voice of
did.
Pinky from Pinky and the Brain and all those other.
It was actually just a
amazing
really good crowd
voices.
last year, but we went on Saturday too, and Saturday had a lot of people this year that we didn't get to see.
I will say, yes, there was two things about this year. One, John Cena was there. We did not get to see him. Mr. T was there. We did not get to see him. But the animation side, I don't watch anime, but like regular animation, I don't think the cast was as strong as it was last year. On the acting side, though, I think it was stronger than it was last
I
year.
agree with that. More marquee names.
Yeah.
Well, the Back to the Future cast.
The
was there.
whole Back to the Future cast was there. John Cena was there. Zachary Levi, Gabriel Iglesias. like,
Gabriel Iglesias.
Yes.
Who? Where do I know him from, Chris?
I don't know.
Besides everything.
Oh,
Modern Family.
From that one episode of Modern Family.
Yeah.
where he's in- I was going to say his stand-up specials. I forgot about
From
that.
him being Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah. Gabriel Iglesias, Mr. Fluffy.
I'm like, no, I actually know him from his one episode part in Modern Family
Yeah.
where he pretended to be Manny's.
They did look
Dad.
very similar in that
They
show.
do. They
did
do.
look very similar. He did this like, obvious, and it sounds mean I'm about to say it, but it didn't go anywhere. But he did this thing during COVID. It was a TV show about him trying to lose a ton of weight.
Oh, no. It's always awkward when those things don't work out, right?
It worked out because it
It's
doesn't
like-
look like he lost any weight.
Yeah, it's like, look, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna have this whole health shift, and then it's like 5 years later, you're still there. It's like, oh shit.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that was a failed endeavor.
No, it's not failed. You just got to try again later.
I'll try again later.
Try again later. But he was there. And
It wasn't as successful
I
as
saw
Will
him
Smith's.
quickly. Will Smith did one?
Yeah,
Will
big
Smith
one.
wasn't fat.
I know.
Of course, it was successful.
But he was true.
He didn't have to
He
do
only had to lose
anything.
5 pounds. No, I think he was just trying to like get himself into the best shape possible, and he didn't.
Okay.
He didn't make it. He didn't make
What
it
do you
very
mean he didn't
far
make it? Oh, he didn't make it
because it was
very
like a
far.
very intense process, and he didn't make it very far.
No, it's not. That Hollywood workout's not for everybody.
No.
That's why. The craziest one's J.K. Simmons because he's like
What happened to J.K.
60
Simmons?
He's just huge. He's jacked. He's like 60. He's like 70 years old. And he's just jacked. He's absolutely ripped.
Honestly, I don't even.
Probably on
I don't even know what he
steroids.
looks like.
Yeah, you do. He plays J. Jonah Jameson in the Spider-Man movies. He's in the Farmers commercials.
We are farmers.
Yeah.
Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
I mean,
I know him.
He's in real things too.
Also,
I'm trying to
like,
think of
he
what
is-
you'd know him
You know
from.
what? I would say like would smash too. Like he's a cutie
He's awesome.
for an old
I
guy.
love J.K. Simmons. He might not be 70. He might be like 57.
You know what though?
65,
Maybe
but
not smash because he does kind of give dad energy. He's
Yeah.
like protected.
I would
and
assume
nice.
he is one because he's
Well, you can still
57
smash.
to 65.
Still
You
smash
can,
dad.
you can still do that if you wish, if that's what you wish to do.
Let's play Smasher Dash. Okay.
Okay, go
No. No, I don't have anyone.
No. Well, so came
Simba from The Lion King.
Teenage Simba. From
Teenage
The
Simba
Lion
from The Lion King.
King. That was from something.
Miley Cyrus. Smash.
What was the Teenage Simba? Oh, it's from New Girl. We were watching New Girl.
Yes.
I'm watching it for the first time.
Chris is just
Pretty
experiencing New Girl,
fantastic.
and it's been fantastic to
Yeah.
go back through it.
Yeah, it's pretty fantastic.
It
I
is
do enjoy
fantastic.
it. Well, I'm not going back through it. This is my first time through it, but I'm enjoying
Oh,
it.
I'm going back through it.
You're going
It's
back
been
through
enjoyable for me to go back through it. Okay, listen, it's your birthday, Chris.
It is.
So like, let's just do a little round robin. Let's just do a little speed round, okay?
Sure.
All right. Reflecting on this past year in one word, what would you take away?
Reflecting on this past year in one word, what would I take away? Growth.
A lot of growth.
Yeah.
What is a goal that you have for yourself in this upcoming year?
To get more sponsors on this podcast. Not even being silly. I want to work to make this podcast bigger than it is.
Me too. And I want to launch my podcast and hopefully on the Schnabel Studios network, and then we'll just grow together.
Yeah.
Let's just take over the world, babe.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
What's next?
If you, obviously we're living with limitations here, but you can go
Sure.
anywhere in the next year. Where are we trying to go? Realistically.
Realistically.
Well, we're living
but
with
there was
it.
no limitations.
Okay, yeah. Well, like I'm saying, like if you really
it's
could,
realistic, then I
well,
guess
you're
I'm
not
going
to
back
Egypt or something. I guess I just go back home. I guess I just hang out with my dogs.
home. It's
No,
realistic.
okay, like obviously we're living outside of our limitations, but realistically, where do you want to go?
After talking to her last week on the podcast, I would love to go visit Ray in Austria.
Okay, Ray's life. We have to have Ray on. Oh, you just had her.
She just came
You
on.
guys,
And she's been on many
seriously.
times.
Oh,
She was
good.
the original
yeah,
co-host.
Actually, on your Hinge account, Rayanne was in one of the pictures,
She
and I remember
was.
seeing her and being like, okay, I think this guy's like, I'm betting him. Like, he seems kind of cool. And you had a woman, and I just like women. I trust them.
Yeah.
I don't trust men.
She trusts him.
She trusts him. Okay, I would love to go visit Ray too. That'd be insane.
Be crazy. That'd be a lot of fun.
Okay,
What's
so
the
you have
next
a goal for
question?
the podcast. What's a goal for your personal life?
To continue to grow professionally and find
That's your professional life.
find what's next for me.
I thought you were going to
overall.
say get engaged. I thought you were going to say have a baby. He's like, I'm
Nope.
uncomfortable. Shit. Okay. Okay. If you had only one thing to eat to celebrate your birthday, what are you choosing?
Steak.
Oh, we do love steak. What are
Yeah.
your sides?
Is this because you're gonna go out and buy it tomorrow?
I mean, I'm just trying to decide what I should cook for you for your birthday. I've been asking you for a week.
steak, potatoes,
Yeah.
and asparagus.
Yeah, you do love asparagus.
I do.
It's not my fave, but I'll do it for you. It's your birthday.
I also like broccolini. Broccolini's good.
Oh, you do like actually, we already have that, so let's just cook that. I don't have to
Okay.
spend more money on it.
Perfect.
Love.
Broccolini, if you want to sponsor the podcast.
Yeah, broccolini.
And asparagus.
Actually, Sam's Club. If you want to come through and sponsor the
Asparagus.
hail out of this, asparagus. Brought
If
to you
you
by
wanna-
asparagus.
if you want to sponsor the podcast, asparagus.
It may make your pee smell and even be a little green, but it is nutritious
But it is good.
and delicious.
It is good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, asparagus, good stuff.
It's good
The
stuff.
good stuff.
Asparagus.
You know it.
It's pretty good. If it's
Asparagus.
cooked correctly.
I don't hate eating it.
If it's cooked correctly.
Asparagus.
If it's not, it's
Very
pretty
temperamental.
Gross. Yeah.
Yeah. Either very good or very
Just
soggy.
like rice.
Oh.
Rice. It's either soft or you screwed it up.
Yeah, that's a really good tag. Good one.
Rice won't be sponsoring anytime soon.
I don't think so.
The food or the school.
Specifically
Continue. What's the
minute
next
rice,
question?
because I've been doing minute rice and it has not been working out for us. Okay, to celebrate your birthday, we are going to an arcade. What is your
Yes.
favorite arcade game?
That's a good one. I think you already know what it is, though. Do you want to give a guess?
Oh, you want me to guess?
Yeah, let's give a guess, and then I'll tell you.
Mario Kart.
Hey, well, time out before
Oh.
you guess.
Hard
Really
guess.
think hard about this, about something I do every single time.
So
I
it's
go to
not
an
Mario
arcade.
Kart.
I do
Oh
like
my
Mario
gosh,
Kart.
it's Miss Pac-Man.
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't think I've ever done that going to an arcade.
Never mind then. That's not the one you usually gravitate towards.
I don't think you're thinking too inside the box.
I'm thinking inside the box.
But think about it. I do it every single time. I did it when I did the
Oh, it's a claw
it's a
machine.
claw machine. Yeah, that's it.
Chris and I do love anything where you can get a prize. Let me just tell you.
I do the claw machine every single
When
time.
we were in Spokane, we went to that one arcade that had tickets. This one doesn't have tickets, so it's like kind of annoying for that because we love the gifts.
Well, quickly, we're going to this place called Free Play. It's
Sponsor us.
$13. Well, that'd be great. But it's $13, and you get in, and then you can play arcade
many
games
games.
as much as you want. They don't have claw machines, though.
No, that's what I'm saying. They don't really have anything like that because they're not geared towards the product.
Prizes.
Yeah, prizes and stuff. They're geared towards playing. But Chris and I are really big into it, and we hoard our tickets. Honestly, we just find.
We have so many in Spokane still sitting.
Oh, wait, they're sitting. Also, we have for the video game museum here. We have so many tokens
so many
to go play. Okay, we gotta go do that. Put it on the list.
I wish they had a claw machine there.
But
Yeah, the video game museum here is really
Very
cool.
cool.
If you have
It's in Frisco.
yeah, which is where we are right now at Maker's Gym.
It
in
is.
Frisco.
Sponsor us. Okay. And we will just go and get the best prizes we can. And we've gotten some pretty good prizes before.
Yes. So when I went in Michigan, I went to do the Michigan community event with my job, and I was there with a couple players, and I played the claw machine, and I won a Back to the Future prize, which is awesome.
Amazing.
It was a little
DeLorean.
stuffed DeLorean. And I have it on my POV, and I'm like, yes, yes, this is what I wanted.
Actually insane
First try.
because the amount of times that we've played the claw machine, it's rigged for you not to win. So
Every
for you
couple
to win,
times. You only win every X amount of times, like 1 out of 100 or 1 out of
it's
50.
a numbers game.
Yeah, you
You
just
gotta
got to hope
keep
you're there
playing,
at the right
keep
time.
playing.
Yeah. But I won that one. I was very happy.
You did.
I won us Pokemon once. I won 2 Pokemon.
And you did give them to me as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think you gave me 2. You've won multiple. There was that one in Spokane that we literally won 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've gotten good at the claw machines. My favorite one to do.
Yes. You're turning
Great time to
32.
waste money.
So you have had 31 birthdays. What was your favorite birthday party growing up?
Birthday party?
Or
I didn't
birthday
really do
celebration?
birthday parties.
You didn't do birthday parties.
No, I didn't really do. Maybe when I was a kid, but I don't remember any of them. I went to
Oh.
Yankee games a lot for my birthday.
Love.
But I
Anyone in
don't-
particular you remember?
No, none stand out. A story. There's two. Well, there's one story that stands out to me. On my 18th birthday, I went at that night. We went to get like sandwiches at this thing called Quick Check, which made really good sandwiches. And
The Quick Check.
for my 18th birthday, it was me and 2 people I went to school with who also celebrated their birthday on June 4th. So we were the June 4th crew.
Cute.
And we went there, and I bought a lottery ticket, a $1 lottery ticket. And it was the only lottery ticket I've ever bought because I bought the lottery ticket and I won $1 back. And I was like, that's a higher power saying, take your money back. Don't do this.
That's the higher power saying, don't ever do this
Don't
again.
do
I
this
think we should
anymore.
try it again. What do we have to lose?
the money that we spend on the ticket.
$1. Actually, they're like $5 or $10 now.
No, they're $1 or $5 or $10. The higher ones pay out more money.
Yeah, but haven't you seen those documentaries on people who win the lottery and then it's like their life just collapses?
No.
Oh.
My life would be great if I won $20,000.
Your mom actually always watches My Lottery Dream Home
Yeah, well, that wouldn't be us. We wouldn't win. It's so funny, that show, because they like win $100,000 and they're looking at $4 million houses.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's
it. Like to me, that's
what are you
not enough
doing?
to be like, oh, I get to go now do this crazy thing. That's like, oh, great, I get to pay off all my debt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I won 20 grand, I'd be
And-
living large.
Yeah, right. Tuck away some money for future.
I don't even
But-
need to just pay everything off, and whatever's left, rent money.
Oh, great! I love being an adult. That's
Well,
so fun.
If you think about it, your bills are paid off, and now that's rent money, so everything you come in is gravy. Everything
yeah,
is just,
gravy.
Yeah. Now you just have money coming in. You don't have to worry about putting it into rent. You don't have to worry putting it anywhere. You take the money that you got from there into the rent, because then the money you earned feels better to spend because you earned that money.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, see? Always thinking.
Okay, speaking of celebrations, you love to go to concerts.
I haven't gone in a while.
I know,
though.
but what's one of your favorite concerts you've ever been to?
My favorite concert I've ever been to, there's two. So
Okay.
one was the Home at Home concert, Eminem and Jay-Z, because
Crazy.
literally everybody was there. It was a very long concert. I mean, you could almost just name people from the 2009, 2010 era. They were probably there. Lil Wayne wasn't there and T.I. wasn't there. They were both in jail at the time.
Oh, well,
Everyone else was there. And I mean, like, everyone. Beyonce, Rihanna, Drake, Kanye,
and you know what? And that was the time where
Dre,
you could
50.
go to a concert like that for like $200.
No, it was expensive.
Oh, was it?
Very
What'd you
expensive.
spend?
I didn't spend anything. My mom got it.
What'd
for
your
my
mom
birthday.
spend?
She got it for my birthday.
Oh, so it was free.
Yeah,
free
for
for
me.
me.
free for me.
He's like, I'm like, what'd she spend? She got it for my birthday.
Yeah.
It's
I
amazing.
don't know what she spent because she got it for my birthday.
Okay.
She got me two gifts like that. She got for Christmas. She got me a Eminem and Rihanna Monster tour.
Amazing.
And I was like 6 rows.
Just
Chandler and I
gonna
were.
stay
Ran into Chandler.
there.
Did not know he was going at Giant
That's
Stadium.
amazing. For those listening, Chandler is Chris's best friend.
He's been on the podcast.
Oh, pfft.
You know who he is. No.
Ooh.
But
He got on
did
there
not.
way before me.
did not did not know he was going. And ran into
That's
him.
amazing.
Yeah.
Love that.
Crazy.
All right.
So that's one.
Okay, that's one.
And then my other favorite was when I was in college. A couple of friends and I went up to Buffalo. It was before, again, Chandler lived there. I think he was part of this group. Anyway, we went to Buffalo and we saw Chance the Rapper, All About Future, minus Frank Ocean and Mac Miller, and it was amazing.
R.I.P.
Seen him 3 times.
I'll never get to see him.
No,
It's
you got onto
painful.
him late.
Yeah, I got onto him
late.
because of you.
Yeah.
I got onto a lot of things because of you.
Yeah, he's great. I very, very much miss him. He was. I tell people when we talk about celebrity deaths, he was the celebrity death that actually like hurt.
Yeah.
I haven't really had a celebrity death from like, oh my god, like this hurts that this person died. But Mac Miller did.
Corey Monteith for me.
I don't know who that is.
Oh my God, Finn from Glee. I woke up, Katie Minnesota, my cousin, was spending the night. I opened up my phone, that Corey Monteith has died. And I was like in complete mourning for a long time for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who that was, but that one did hurt. I've been to a lot of concerts. I saw Childish Gambino.
You've seen a lot. And we were supposed to go too
Well, yes. We were supposed to see Childish Gambino like
recently.
like now with all his hits. I saw Childish Gambino right after his mixtape Royalty came out, which was like early on. You know who opened for him? Hoodie Allen.
Hoodie Allen. No
I don't know if you
faith
can
in
talk about
Brooklyn.
Hoodie Allen anymore.
I know we might get canceled. There's a
Yeah.
lot of things I talk about that I might get canceled for.
Apparently it was his drummer though.
I mean, I play music in my spin classes, and people come up to me and they're like, "I can't believe you played that person." And I'm like, "What'd they do?"
Separate the music from the person.
Yeah, come on now. We're living for the music.
You have to.
Okay, we have a lot of fun things coming up in your 32nd year.
Okay.
What are you most looking forward to, you think?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, we've got some weddings.
For what's next?
For what's next? We've got a baby coming.
Yes.
That's gonna
Chandler
be
again.
exciting. Chandler again. is
Fourth
having a
time he's
baby.
been mentioned.
We are having a baby. Chandler's baby.
Chandler's baby.
Chandler and Gabby.
Yeah.
So you're excited for what's next? I'm excited for what's next too.
I don't know. I don't have an answer.
It's going to
answer for that.
unfold for us.
Yeah.
It's fine.
We'll see.
Okay, so you have your birthday wish that you make in private with you and your candles, and that's your business, and that's fine.
Okay.
But if you had to manifest a birthday wish out here for all of your lovely fans and for me, what is your birthday wish this year?
To continue to get guests that intrigue our guests and excite our guests and continue to build this podcast to something great.
So tell us who you want to listen to.
Yeah.
We'll try to get them.
Yeah. We'll try.
We'll try.
There's a reason
always
there hasn't
try.
been a guest in a while, but
Yeah,
they're tough to get.
it is tough to get. It's hard out here in these
a lot
streets.
of the guests I've had have been personal connections of mine of late because they're just hard to get.
You're
But we're
always
gonna keep
finding,
getting them.
you're always finding personal connections with people too. And you just keep growing.
Yeah, just keep growing and building. Thank you for coming on and spending my 32nd birthday with
I
me.
loved it. Thank you for
To
having
many
me.
more.
To many, many more.
Ting. We did a
Ting.
fake ting there.
Ting.
Ting. For everybody else, thank you so much for being here. Again, remember, go to audibletrial.com/MadPropsPod for your 30-day free trial of Audible. Go to Neakasa.com to get all of your pet grooming and house cleaning needs. Use MadPropsPod for a special discount. And check out Schnabel Studios to find out all your podcast needs, all your video needs, and much more. You can find Schnabel Studios on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter or /X, and TikTok at Schnabel Studios. You can also find Mad Props at MadPropsPod on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. You can find myself at Chris Schnabel on Instagram, TikTok. You can find me at Chris M. Schnabel on Twitter as well. Where can they find you in all your stuff? We didn't really
Yes,
talk
come
about
follow me. Yeah, actually, just come follow me in general and drop in the comments how much you loved seeing me because I need to know that I need to start my podcast and I need people to tell me, yes, do it. I need the.
So where can they find you to drop these
Yeah.
comments? You skipped over
You
that
mean
part.
the question you asked me, Chris? that never happens when we talk. What are you talking about? Follow me. My name is Mary Huddy. You can find me at Muddy Moves. That's MUTTI_moves. And I'm on Instagram and I'm on TikTok.
Yes.
I'm on Facebook too, but
No,
don't follow me
those
there.
are the two.
Yeah, and
You're
I don't do
promoting
that.
where you want people to find you, not where
All
you
right,
want
come on
people to
Instagram,
find
come on TikTok.
you. Yes,
Come
find
on
her on
now.
Instagram and TikTok.
And come to my spin class, please. I teach at Cycle Bar Preston Forest in Dallas, Texas. I teach Monday, Wednesday, 6 a.m., and I'm going to start teaching Sundays. So
yes.
come hang out.
So if you're in the area, you can go find her there and go find her page, and you can go and you see every time she's going out there. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of Mad Props. We'll catch you next week on another episode 102 of Mad Props. See you later. Have fun. Deuces.